didn't check the cams. So, 1 second. Oh god, I was so close to getting everything done. Please. No one. We're not live yet. Don't worry. We are live.
Okay.
Do worry.
Wait. We are?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are we live or are we not live?
We're live.
We're live, Sheepy's
can,
just messing.
Everyone can see me frantically trying to fix the cameras because I forgot.
It's okay.
Great job, Sheepy.
I showed up late because of a rogue spider, which, by the way, I didn't mention this, but like, I showered yesterday and then I saw this spider as I was getting out of the shower crawling up my wall, and I was like, what are you doing in my home? And it wasn't like a small spider either. It was like a decent size for like what it actually was.
Did it have thick legs or like just the small long legs?
They're like it was thicker legs, like for what it was. Like it's like a medium, like they're not very large. Like the biggest they get is maybe like this big, but it was this big. It was like probably one of the bigger ones I've ever seen.
That's still big. It was
still like it's like not small.
Big. Yeah,
it's not small, and it's crawling up my wall, and then it disappeared, and I didn't fucking know where it went. And then today, as I'm brushing my teeth, I see this thing scurry up the wall, and I fucking screamed. And I don't get, like, I just got startled. I'm not even afraid of spiders. I'm just like, the fact that it moved so quickly.
Oh, the way they move sometimes is freaky.
It was a little like disconcerting, and so I was like trying to rush, and it went up the wall, and I was like anyways, it was a whole thing.
So
blame the fucking spider.
Hello everyone and welcome to Somnambulist episode number 8. To begin with, because I've already seen people talking about it, here are my glasses. Oh, there you go. They're for long distances, so I won't be wearing them because I don't need them to stare at a screen. But for those of you not on the Discord, you get to see them for a second. Somnambulist, yes. It's good to be back. We were here last week, so technically we haven't gone anywhere. We do this every week when we can. And there's a Patreon, there's a Discord, there's a Twitter. You can go check out all of them. Discord and Twitter are useful for keeping up to date when we do shows. I have a lot of shows planned, and currently you need to know when we're going live here if you don't already, although you would probably know if you are here live. But if you're on YouTube, you may not. I think that all works. The Patreon, of course, is there if you would like to support the channel. All of the money on the Patreon goes immediately into cost pay, the main cost for running the shows, and therefore the more people we have on the Patreon, small or large, the more shows we can run. So if you want to see more shows, check out the Patreon and give it a thought. Aside from that, I think that's the majority of things. For anyone who is watching, who has been watching the channel for a while, anyone new, etc., etc., I am currently considering how I want to take the channel and where I want to take the channel. So there is a distinct possibility that things may change slightly. I've spoken to some of the patrons about it already because we did a patron, like little patron event thing. But yeah, keep your eyes out, and if we start live streaming on YouTube at some point, then come along with us, please. So yeah, past that, I think we'll do an intro. No, we've done the intro. I think we'll do a recap of what happened last episode, and then we'll do the episode. I think that's how these shows tend to run. I haven't been doing them long, so so last week we came back from our fun little trip to see Grigory Rasputin. We remembered that Alfie existed, which was quite nice. Alfie remembered that the others existed, which was also quite nice. And there was... I'm not sure whether to classify it as arguing or like getting closer and forming bonds, because it was kind of both, wasn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, I
an
think so.
interesting, we had to kind of meet in the middle a little.
Yeah.
It was motivational.
To say the least.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was one step forward, and then Sesha made everyone take 2 steps back. I feel was the general.
Effort was made.
As always.
Yeah.
You know.
I do remember there was a compliment that turned into a kind of insult.
Several.
Yeah.
I mean, she tried.
Sure.
Elfie, we're coming to get you.
Ah!
Oh god, I remember Alfie, we're coming to get you. It's like the beginning of a horror film.
God.
Additionally, we had Shelby returned with just parts of him missing. I believe it was part of his face around his eye, a hole in his shoulder, and he was missing like a whole chunk of knee. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but if I didn't, like, he could still walk perfectly fine. There's just a gap where his knee was. Almost like it was, invisible or something. But who knows? And then everyone slowly went to bed. Might have been a bit of sulking. And Nell was visited by Kilja. And kind of made friends with a weird shadow dust ghost boy. And tried to crush him with gravity. Or float him with gravity.
Consensually.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it was. And after that, there was a note left by Shelby that said it was free study time, which was basically pretty much code for, I know you guys are going to try and do something about Kira. As long as I don't know, it's perfectly fine. Carry on, and I'm going to go places where I can't see you guys being basically disobeying rules and stuff. So the crew decided to go to the one of the locations given to them by Rasputin for a few artifacts that will help them enter and navigate the spirit realm, let's call it. First stop was a graveyard, which Alfie seemed extremely happy about. And so they went there, walked through in between a whole load of graves until they came to a mausoleum that was kind of marked out in the instructions. Knocked open the door to be greeted by a kind of phantasmal revenant of sorts, which kind of like curled out of the mausoleum and pointed down at Alfie. At the same time as the bit of rumbling from behind them and hands and heads and etc. started to push out of the graves around them. Which, yeah. So, we will rejoin at kind of about that situation, I believe.
So,
You're the one experienced in ghosts and dead.
okay, it's fine.
It's not fine. An
It's fine.
army of zombies is coming after us, and I'm like taking slow
Nell?
steps backward.
Nell.
My name, yes.
Yes, okay, I will say this only once. Shh, for 2 seconds, okay? Just gotta concentrate.
So, the Revenant itself is floating, pointing at you as as about probably 30-ish, plus or minus, there's quite a few of them, zombies start to crawl out of the grave. A lot of them are kind of like at the point of elbows out. They're all very, like decayed, and some of them almost look like skeletons. And the Revenant itself says,
"You have trespassed on this hallowed ground.
Yes. But consider this. We don't mean any harm, and we're simply looking for something."
Nell, come on. That's not fun at all.
There is no consideration. We shall rend you asunder."
Oh, well. Okay, well, that's just rude.
and
Mel turns to Session. They're zombies. I'm really not used to punching zombies. Humans? Yeah, sure. Mages? Yeah, apparently also. Zombies?
Honey. And I curl my hair. They're the same thing.
Okay, give me
No.
a second. I got
while you
something.
do that, let's make this a little bit more lively. And I'm going to start swirling my hands, and I would like to increase the probability, which is within fate, increase probability of a thunderstorm
starting.
Mm-hmm.
There are some clouds up in the sky, and as you wave your hand around and start to invoke the magic, one of the bandolier straw, what are they called, voodoo dolls, starts to smoke slightly and then suddenly bursts into flames and starts to kind of crackle and fizz as it kind of ashes away into nothing. And at the same time, rain just starts to go not massively, not like a horrific storm, but just kind of straight down, unloads upon all of you, starts to rain everywhere. As that happens, the last few zombies are getting themselves out of the grave, and there's a whole load of moans of kind of as they shuffle towards you and slowly fan out so that they're in a semicircle surrounding all of you technically, but essentially Nell and Sesha, you're the ones kind of there in front of them, with Alfie kind of behind you, faced at the Revenant. As the Revenant slowly snakes down towards you, Alfie, and says,
"You will regret your trespasses."
and it kind of snakes down towards you slowly, getting closer and closer.
Are we gonna punch zombies?
Yes,
Alfie?
we're going to punch zombies.
Maybe, just give me a second. I'm just gonna try something that Morgan
You already
always
got 2 seconds.
And I'm just gonna do this thing that I've seen Morgan do before, and I'm gonna point at the Revenant and almost try to control it like that.
And as you point at the Revenant, as it's kind of drifting down towards you, it goes,
"Now feel the wrath of the dead."
and it just kind of freezes there in the air in front of you.
Huh. I'm gonna just try to move it over to the right,
Yep, it goes.
and then move it over to the left. And I'm gonna go up and down, and then throw it backwards. Holy shit. Holy shit. Dude, You guys would have never seen this before, but Alfie turns into like this little girl. She gets so excited. She's like, just like, oh my god, oh my god. And I'd be like, Beta!
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah?
How about
Let's fucking dance.
all right?
Hey, wait. Hey, Beta. Beta, you ready to rock?
Let's go.
And I'm gonna take the necklace and throw it up at like one of the stone gargoyles that's on the mausoleum.
Okay. And the necklace like loops through the air and lands on the neck of this gargoyle who's kind of like perched on top of the mausoleum. And there's like a second as a bolt of lightning like flies down and like hits round the back of behind the zombies. And then the gargoyle itself starts to move, the arms start to crunch, like this kind of crunchy stone sound, and it unfolds, and the wings go like this and kind of curl around him and then fly out like that.
All right, not bad. Zombies.
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 I'll deal with the big boy.
And beta gargoyle like leaps and bowls into the first line of zombies and like takes one of them, rips its head and throws it at the next one in front of him. Nell and Cetera, please carry on.
I think that's our cue to start wrecking mayhem on these zombies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. Let's have some fun. And I will clap my hands. And as I do that, I will, Nell, you're gonna start feeling a little tingly, but like, almost like supercharged. Let's begin.
Nell will take a position and just say, stay at my back. And she'll take this position where she's back to back with Sesha.
Yeah.
And we'll let the zombies approach a bit before getting ready to do like a punch around her in a circle and try to do that with a portal to basically hit the entire first line of zombies coming at them.
May I take that a step further?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, so Nell stands there, concentrating, prepared, and then as the zombies are kind of closing in a semicircle, getting closer and closer, the first line of them, almost within arm's reach, a bit further away than that. Nell opens her eyes and throws a punch, which disappears into a portal and appears at the very far right-hand side of the furthest right zombie. The fist, at very quick speeds, goes poof, and like smacks the first zombie, like spins it around at the same time, disappears into another portal, and appears at the next zombie down the line, and just a huge long line of zombies get punched in the face as portals open and close. Like open and, open along the line. An entire line of zombies get punched in the face by this huge long, like, line of Nell arm, essentially, as the fist goes 1, 2, 3, like, all the way down the line. Some of them...
Getting a strike, baby.
Yeah, some of them, especially towards the end of the line, they don't take as much of a hit or anything. Like, they kind of, get affected, but nevertheless, especially the ones at the beginning, quite a few get knocked over. The first one, his jaw is kind of like hanging sideways and like swinging left to right. As the first couple of zombies kind of push through the other ones who are stunned or who are kind of like reeling backwards, and one of them kind of like grabs for you like that.
You said it grabs for...
grabs for Nell, because Nell's in front of you, yeah.
So I'm going to kind of slide in.
Yeah.
And I would like to, and this is the one with the like jaw hanging, right?
Oh no, this is just one that was
just
bit
one?
further back, yeah.
All right, I would like to kind of like shove him to the side with my cane. And then I would like to flip it so that way I hit it in the face with the crook of my cane with a very perfect timing so I can make its jaw fall off.
Okay, yeah. You like step in and you push the end of the cane against the chest of the zombie, kind of holding it there for a second. Spin the cane round, just like smack him around with the like crook of the cane. It just kind of like hits it in the face, and there's this kind of like big kind of welt thing. The jaw doesn't come off, but yeah, it essentially like turns back and is like. Ugh.
Hope you don't mind me cutting in. Speaking of cutting,
The zombie like kind of lurches towards you in this kind of like, you know, kind of I grab and bite kind of
and I
vibe.
do like a little like a whirlwind, and while I like twirl around, I would like to use my special ability, severing the strings.
Okay.
And I would like to slice him in half.
Yeah, you kind of do a little twirl, and as you twirl, you pull out the sword and spin it around with you. And are you going for vertical or horizontal?
Probably a horizontal.
Yeah, okay. You just swing around with the sword. The strings break as you draw the sword with that dark black blade, very slightly smoking, and there's kind of like a slice of light for a second as the zombie keeps going towards you, and for a second it looks like it's just about to kind of reach you and like grab you, and then the head just topples backwards and like falls on the ground. The body itself kind of its hands go on your shoulders, and then it just kind of like crumples uselessly to its knees. And
Well,
then, like,
before it goes
tumbles
to its
over.
knees, I would like to actually hold on to its arms, and I would actually like to twirl with it.
Oh, do a little dance with it? Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to do a little dance with it after, because as I like whip back around, I put the sword back inside my cane, and then I grab it as if it's my dance partner, and I will start doing twirls with it
You as its
in the rain.
As its hands go down on your shoulders, you take one of the hands, put it on your waist, and then start to twirl around with it, like probably like spin your leg and give another one that's coming up towards you, like a little kick as you spin. Okay.
Whilst that is happening, Sesha made a pun there, and I think in a split second she does all of that and starts dancing with the corpse. As she kind of leaves, Nell will mutter like, I probably don't think they can even understand your puns. And then she just like looks up at the seemingly random storm that's come above and be like, okay, yeah, very, very convenient. She'll kind of like start rubbing her hands and start focusing to call lightning in between the places where Sasha is dancing.
Okay. So if you'd like, you can harness the lightning as it comes down. You can call it down to specific places, or you can either gather it yourself. So you can basically Zeus this bitch and go like, lightning bolt.
Yeah, I'll Zeus this bitch and
Okay.
basically try to call lightning and then just like throw it.
So you, as Sesha is spinning around and kicking, at the same time another bolt of lightning starts to come down, just in a kind of like immediate vicinity, probably hitting somewhere reasonably harmless a little bit of ways. But instead, as it starts to come down, it actually diverts and flings itself straight to you, and you just have this kind of like zigzag crackle of like white electricity in your hand.
Whilst I have this, I'm like,
It's a little hot. It's a little hot and tingly, a bit like pins and needles.
yeah, so with a little throw to the other hand, as you do when something is really hot, like, and then throw it.
Yeah. And then you just kind of push it, throw it straight at like the lead zombie, and the bolt itself kind of almost goes like a javelin until it hits the zombie, and then when it hits the zombie, it kind of like goes into it and then like explodes out the back with like loads of jagged little tiny thin bits of electricity that kind of like spiderweb to the ones behind it and kind of like zap them. There's a lot of like burned flesh smell, unfortunately, sorry, and sizzling and that type of thing. The lead zombie and a couple of the ones behind completely like fall over, crumple to the ground. The rest of them around are kind of singed and a little bit, I would say a couple of them maybe seem a little bit faster. Electricity, jump starting them a bit maybe, but nothing too special. As 3 zombies which are close by, they close in on Sesha. Another couple come towards you, one of them kind of like reaching out and clawing towards you as they get closer.
I'd like to use my perfect timing to dodge each one as I am dancing with my dance partner.
So as the zombies come in towards you, you're dancing, and just as a zombie's about to grab your hair, you just flick your head back and the hand goes like harmlessly over you. As another one tries to grab your arm and bite it, it just goes, it kind of like stumbles forward past you as you do a perfect spin with your dance partner and just whack it on the back of the head with the arm of this zombie.
And I'll divert my ones by taking a step back and doing the thing I did with Pilja, only these are zombies and these will float. So I take a step back and I envision a box around the 3 ones that were coming at me. And I want to take out the gravity, absorb it out of that box so that they start floating in the box, trying to get at me, but they just can't.
Okay. As the zombies are kind of towards you, you envision the box, you take a moment, and then you draw the gravity out of it and gather this kind of like, it's not a black hole, it's basically the absence of light, so it does kind of obscure your hand a little bit, but it is just kind of pure gravity that you kind of gather in a ball in your hand. As the zombies are kind of walking towards you, they start to slow down a little bit, and then they start to kind of do like a moonwalk, like the jump, and then at some point they just stop going forward and just start hanging in the air and like floating there. And one of them like goes sideways and then is kind of like completely horizontal, and then after a while it's just like upside down, just kind of floating there. Alfie, what's going on with I mean, the Revenant is literally...
Yeah, he's just moving around like that. So after throwing him back, I just want to like, is there any kind of like metal or anything around? Probably like the metal bars or something.
The doors are made of metal, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like sweep up a bit of the metal and make my own like scythe. And just be like, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, so about that. And I'm gonna kind of like spin it around, and if there's any zombies nearby, I just want to like cleave them and steal whatever souls are remaining from them and bring them into the head of the scythe.
Yeah, you kind of turn around. There's a couple of zombies like kind of slowly going towards you, and you just slice 3 heads off. And as you do, it's in a similar way to Sesha. The heads just, actually in this instance, the heads just go flying. The others probably won't see much of this, but as you do, the scythe itself like takes on a slightly darker kind of a dark black gray kind of like glint to it, as slowly this kind of like dark essence is sucked out of the zombies and coalesces around the blade.
Yeah, so once I take that, I'm going to like, once I've gathered like a few souls, I'm just gonna start like running towards them and with the scythe behind me and just start just kind of like slashing at it to try to like carve it up at the very least.
Yeah.
And using the power of the souls to hit harder.
Oh yeah. I mean, you have it like stuck. So essentially you just shing, like throw it multiple times. It's still kind of hanging there. It's like partially, it's got like the slash holes in it now. And it's kind of like got this like slightly wide-eyed frozen look because it's still just held there by you. At the same time, in the background, he's kind of pushed through a little bit. You just see an occasional body fly up from the crowd of zombies, as there's like this kind of stony like figure at the back. Like occasionally a zombie gets thrown all the way over, like hits a gravestone, breaks it, and like snaps apart.
Yeah, I'm messing this guy up like.
As Alfie's literally going ham, you just hear in the background, "You're doing marvelous, Alfie. Keep it up, darling."
I knew it was a good idea to keep knives away from you.
What are you talking about? We're having such a good time, right?
And from the back of the crowd, you hear,
How have we never tried gargoyles before? This is fun.
I don't know. It just makes sense, right? And like, I'll be continuing to like carve this guy up, and if any zombies keep getting like closer, I'm just like, I'll do like a big sweep again, just to grab them.
yeah.
But you know what? Once I've carved him up enough, like, or a decent amount, I'm just gonna like put the like staff down and like grab one of the nearest zombies and just like try to transfer all the souls that I have into the soul of one zombie.
Oh, okay.
Just to really fuck it up. Like really confuse, almost like a zombie time bomb kind of thing.
Yeah, you stamp the scythe on the ground and reach out over towards the nearest zombie, which is reasonably close to you. You almost touch its face, and you just channel these souls. The blade of the scythe goes from pure black back to a more kind of shiny metal, and this kind of like black dust, like it emanates from your hand, like going into the zombie's eyes and head and mouth and everything. And then there's kind of like the zombie like stops, and both of its eyes like look in different directions, and there's this kind of like confused like twitching for a second, and then it just splits in 4 pieces as all 4 of the souls, which are now occupying the body, try to go in different directions. And the zombie just splits in 4 and kind of like splatters and gores all over the place and then falls over. Additionally, just something for you. At this point, the only thing stopping that revenant from being banished is you're still holding it there. You've basically, you've essentially put like a hold spell on it for the sake of, simplicity. The second you release it, it is going to go and disappear. Or you can do something with it if you like.
Yeah, I wanted to wait and just be like, once everything's kind of calmed down, just be like, so hey, you probably haven't seen me around before, but you will, and that's okay. We can learn to be friends if you don't do the whole I'm gonna kill you thing.
It's still just frozen there, like staring at you. The kind of anger in its eyes, like at the very least, shock and anger in its eyes, I would say, is. It's a revenant, so it has a fair amount of vengeance and etc. in its being. Yeah, you could store it away somewhere. You have a few stones you could store it in if you want to use it later, but otherwise, if you like, you can just let it go, or you can, I don't know, throw it against the wall or something if you want.
I'll just look at him and be like, if you want to direct that anger somewhere, I can help you with that. But you're gonna have to hang out for a little bit. And I'm just gonna point at him, and I'm gonna grab I guess a stone, I guess that's nearby, and I'm be like, How's this? Yeah?
We say stone. It's kind of like a purpley gem type thing set into like this kind of like creeping, stone, I would say. And you just wanna.
I want to pop them in there. I'll be like, temporary home till I get you something better, and I'll just like pat it.
As you direct him in, it's much like a genie being pulled into a lamp. It kind of thins, and then once it touches the gem, it just gets sucked in, and it kind of. And seeing as it's still kind of frozen there, you don't really hear anything. Switching back over, Sesha, you do a perfect dip with your partner as one of the zombies goes flying over your head, thrown by Beta, and get back up and start spinning again. There's maybe about 10 zombies left. The majority of them are heading for Nell, because she's a bit more fixed and in a location. It's probably about 3 heading for you, Sesha.
So at this point, I feel like I've been dancing with this zombie long enough to the point where it's been dragging its feet, and I've been pretty rough with it. So at this point, I would imagine maybe one of its feet fell off or something at that point.
For sure,
because, and so I'm going ahead and do one dip with it, and then I'm going to say, sadly, this is where we part ways, but you were a wonderful dance partner. And I'm going to, as I tip him up, I'm going to, act like I'm going to, prep him for, a spin inwards or outwards. And I'm going to just literally I'd like to, use a lot of his body weight to then fall on one of the other zombies.
Oh, yeah. You kind of, spin around, let him go, and he does, a pirouette on the one working foot, and he just smashes into another zombie, and they both kind of go crashing to the ground. The zombie, which is still alive, is gnawing on the shoulder for a second in anger and reaction.
Are we almost done here, ladies? This is fun and all, but weren't we supposed to get something here? I don't remember what it was.
I look at the dark ball that I have in my hands. Not sure what it will do. So I guess the only way to find out is to chuck it.
Are you adding to it as it goes?
The thing is, Nella has no idea what this will do, except for that it's gravity in a ball.
Yeah.
So I think she'll just chuck the gravity out she has in her hand and just go, well, we'll see. And then, probably say something only way to find out is experimenting, right? And then just chuck it.
Hey, want to see a magic trick?
Do one of the baseball moves where you have the fancy leg up, so it's the leg up and then
Okay, yeah. As
Twilight.
As you throw it and it escapes your confines, it kind of expands a little bit as it goes, and it goes essentially into the group of zombies, and I'd say probably about 6 of them. As it goes past them and through them and everything, just them grazing it causes them to be they just get sucked up into it, and it's like a Hoover or a vacuum, It just literally sucks up these zombies. About 6 of them get sucked up until it reaches a point where your the force with which you've thrown it has finished, so it just kind of hangs there as this fairly large black ball of nothingness. I'm assuming you don't want to maintain the gravity, it's essentially.
No, as it hangs there for a second, I just yelled to the other 2, "Don't get close to the black hole."
Okay, well you can release it if you like. So essentially, just let it dissipate.
No, I think I like the image of just a ball of zombies hanging there.
You can't see the zombies, I'll say that. It is just a black ball of
okay. No, I'll let it hang there for a moment.
Okay. The last...
and I will start making portals underneath zombies separately and above the black hole. So they fall into a portal and into the black hole.
Okay, so you just kind of stand there and you put your hands out and you're
Yeah,
like,
and I just go...
and it's just like, and then they just go down and like fall into the black. You see them like kind of like fall down towards the black hole. Then as soon as their feet touch it, it just goes. Cool.
I have to do it. I have to say it. I have to say it. I have to say it.
Okay.
Now, darling, now you're thinking with portals.
Oh my god.
At that, the last two zombies go at you like, rah!
And I open one underneath Sesha, but it doesn't open in the black hole. So because two zombies are coming at her.
Yeah, they kind of like swipe at her, and as she's standing there, very proud of her joke.
And I'm like looking at my nails too.
Yeah, and she just slips into this portal. When does it come out?
On top of the two zombies.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she just slips into this portal. As they go towards her, she just lands 1 foot on one shoulder, 1 foot on the other shoulder, just like poof, and they both like their legs crumple and they kind of crack to the ground, like as Sesha like lands flat on them.
As I say, you're absolutely insufferable.
I don't know what you're talking about. And I will whip out my cane again, and with the crook of it, I'm going to head and I'm going to say, "For!" And I'm going to take my cane, and I would like to hit one of their heads.
Yeah, you.
Because they only have only one of them has a head.
You swing and hit the back of the zombie's head, and the eye like pops out and flies at Nell. And there's just this eye going woo at you.
I through my zip zapping of zombies, I see that out of the corner of my eye, and I hold my hand here, open a portal right in front of it. Oh wait, do I have anything cool? No, I don't. I keep saying Nell should wear a hat just because it's fun, but she doesn't have one. Oh no. Here's the thing. I see it coming. I don't do the hand thing. I take the edge of my jacket and I do a turn around so that it's supposedly going into my jacket.
Yeah.
But little do you know, it comes right back at fucking Sesha.
From above?
No, from like beside her or behind her.
Okay. In that case, you do that with the jacket. It goes into a portal, and Sesha, you like see.
Oh, this is perfect.
You see her swing around, and then you just feel up on your cheek.
I see her do it, and I feel like I would know her well enough to know that she was going to she's going to aim it back at me. I feel like I would know that.
Down to you.
I'm not going to dodge it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use my ability over time to catch it with my teeth.
Yeah. So as it's flying towards your cheek, there's like a second where it looks like it's just gonna slap right into your cheek, and you just turn and then you turn around and look at Nell, and there's just an eye like looking at you from in between Sesha's teeth.
Ugh.
I wiggle my eyebrows like, yeah.
Underneath your feet, one of the zombies is kind of like still alive and still moving. Beta like stumbles out from back in the graveyard area where he's been, and just like one big stony hand just goes and like smashes its skull, or like splats its head basically.
Nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
By the way, I got us a new
I do a
friend.
little golf clap for Beta.
By the way, I got us a new friend.
Oh, good. Do I?
Yeah.
Oh. Ah. Is that resident thing?
Yeah.
Do I have to talk to him?
Not if you don't wanna.
Brilliant.
Alright, let's deal with the rest of these. Alright! And I'm just gonna like almost just kind of clap around. Alright, everybody. This has been great. I appreciate you all coming out here today. And if you could go back to sleep, that'd be really nice. And I'm just gonna take my hands and just go like down
And
like-
as you do that, all the bodies slowly, like it was quicksand, get sucked into the ground. They all kind of like sink, and then the ground kind of like closes up after they go in, and there's no more zombies. They've all been sent back underground.
And I'm just gonna take a moment, and as I'm pushing them like back down, they're all underground. I'm just gonna like touch the ground and just make sure there's no like troubled souls, I guess. And like just try to put them to rest at the like at a certain level, you know.
There's a definite vibe of like lost, forlorn souls. Like this is essentially a well of almost like an attraction for souls, for things like revenants. Not only is the veil weaker here, and you can feel that. It's also almost like a gravity well for any kind of like lost souls, anyone who's died. They will kind of, even if they don't want to, they can very easily find themselves drawn to this place, which probably explains why these things were here.
In that case, then, I mean, there's not much I can do. It's gonna end up kind of being like that regardless. So
I walk up next to Alfie. I saw the eyeball in my mouth.
Take that out. That's just gross.
That's not sanitary.
She kind of raises one eyebrow. Oh. She eats it.
Oh. I'm actually just gonna like reach in her mouth and be like, drop it. Drop it.
Oh! Oh!
Drop it.
Oh!
Drop it. This is not good for your health. And I'm actually gonna try to like reach in and pull it out. Like,
She'll let you.
Yeah.
Like after she's kind of like fussing about it, but she won't bite you or anything.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
Alfie like gets a hold of it and gets it out of the mouth, I'll reach out and like boop.
Yeah, it
And
kinda squidges.
Merlin now has an eyeball
Oh.
at his doorstep. This is gonna become a theme, Sheepy.
God.
I'm gonna get him. I'm like a cat. I give him random ass gifts.
just bring him dead things. Half-eaten eyeballs.
And Beta.
I was eating that.
You weren't.
Beta knuckles up, and his wings kind of like fall down behind him. He's very stony, you know, being made of stone, and says,
I don't have to give up my position, right?
Goodness, no, you shouldn't, Beta. You look fantastic. Have you been working out? You've got abs of stone.
Yeah, a little bit.
What position? The position of like
With the new guy, the necklace.
the VIS
Yeah.
position?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to be replaced?
No, you're not replaced.
the one of the claw comes up and kind of like scratches at the side of the stone face, and it kind of like goes.
I don't know. I mean, you know, it's a new guy. Revenant.
Consider him your intern.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
You can boss him around if you want.
But I'm still a gargoyle. Do you wanna?
I mean, yeah. And I'm just gonna. You want to go put this back real quick? Just toss me the neck. I'm just gonna take the necklace, but I'm just gonna toss your body back real quick. Put it back where you found it.
As you take the necklace, the soul goes with the necklace, because you didn't like extract him and put him in. He's essentially like, you know.
Oh.
So the gargoyle itself will kind of freeze where it is, which is like vacantly scratching his face. So
I'm just gonna put it back around his neck and just be like, just.
You know, I could also just put it back, right?
Yeah.
How about I do this?
And then he sits on the ground, with like one knee up.
Oh my
And goes
god.
like that. He's like,
Yeah.
All right, now go.
Don't know how
You
I'm
can't
gonna
put it. You can't take it off because his hands is there.
Oh yeah, you gotta like
I'll-
move
I'll-
the
I'll leave a
string
gap.
up.
I'll leave a gap.
Yeah.
I'll leave a little gap. There you go.
Oh, okay, you
Like
leave
that.
it. Okay. Well done. All right. I'm just gonna take the necklace off then, put it back around me, and then I'll be like, no, wanna do the honors?
Sure. And I is there any? No, I can't. I was thinking, can I do anything fancy with it? But I can't. I gotta stand in front of it. And I'll open my leather jacket wide to hide it from view. And just say like crouch in front of it so that like Sesha and Alfie can't see it, and then I'll say like towards them in the back, like say the magic word.
Please?
Alakazam?
Yes, and the statue appears on top of the building where I came from.
She's golf clapping.
Can't believe she got it right.
I mean, technically speaking, you also got it right, just not in this circumstance.
She's trying to be more thematic. I like it. She whispers over to Alfie.
Just be like batting her fucking mouth away from my ear because it probably smells like dead eyeball.
Yeah, a little bit.
You need a mint.
Shouldn't, ladies, shouldn't we go and get the
Yeah.
thing we came here for?
The door is probably partially ripped off at this point,
Yes, it is, because you took a lot of the metal from it.
and I'm gonna try to reconstruct it. Just like put the scythe back up.
Okay. You're getting rid of the scythe?
Yeah, for now I'm just gonna put it back up. Yeah, you know, don't kind of want to leave it in a good state, right? You know. I'm just gonna push the doors open.
Yeah, the door's open. Inside again, like you saw before, there are a few kind of like sarcophagus-y coffin, you know, like stone slab type, typical mausoleum shelves. And in the center is essentially like a glass bell on a plinth, covered over, which are they're kind of on those like armor rack type things. You know, it's almost like a mini mannequin or like dressage doll. Whatever they're called. Like two gauntlets. They look like kind of like plate mail gauntlets almost. Very, very dark. The majority of them are very kind of like dark blue or dark grey, with some like gold around some of the knuckles and some of the rims of them. Maybe gold plated.
Yeah. It's kind of fancy.
I'll
Kind
tell
of really fancy.
I'll tell you this, Alfie. Even though this is kind of like a thin area of the veil, the attraction, the like gravity well to the dead, isn't from this place. You realize it's from the gloves.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Explains what?
So that's what's causing the veil to be thinner here. And to get so many things, well, the veil's already thin, but like that thing, those gloves, that's what's causing this to be all revenant-y.
So it's essentially keeping a little, peephole open.
But
No.
wait,
No, it's like a magnet.
So it's just attracting spirits from the other side.
Well,
Alfie, darling, you're going to have to elaborate a little bit. All of us, not all of us know how, a spirit magic works.
I'm gonna get closer to them so I can like investigate them a little further. Are they like touching anything, or are they just like they're on
kind of suspended on these like little mannequin,
like mannequin hands
like
kind of thing?
little stands? Yeah, they're kind of just pointing upwards. I will say as you get closer, both of them on the left side of them, like where the bottom of the glove stops. They kind of go to about here, the typical like armor gloves type thing. Both of them have runes, 3 runes on the bottom of them, right by the kind of like line that comes down. I will say, give me anyone who wants to in this instance, because you'll probably notice them and talk about them. Give me an intelligence occult, please.
Nell at this point is more concerned about there possibly being someone else in here, because last Rasputin told them the gloves were owned by someone outside of the council. So I don't think she would be investigating the gloves at this moment. I think she would be afraid that some powerful mage would be in the like shadow of the crypt being like, oh, very impressive, I see.
Okay. So you're having a little look around, so you're like,
yeah.
like,
let's see here.
I
have 3 in occult.
Okay.
So would that be 3
intelligence?
What's your
intelligence and
intelligence?
occult?
Oh, so that's also 3, so that would be 6.
Yes, 6 dice.
So I have 6, but I also have a speciality in occult with the veil. So
yes,
would that be an extra die?
Be an extra dice. So 7.
Okay.
I don't remember what my specialty was.
No, you twitch back a curtain at the side, like ha, and it's just like a shelf with a few skulls on it, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
I got 5 successes.
Damn, 5 successes, nice. That's 1 success for Sesha, which
I
kind
could
of.
have I think I rolled that right because it's just your investigation and occult. Okay, yeah.
So kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense because this is very obviously something in the domain of spirit and death. The runes themselves are an old script that it is rumored comes actually from the veil itself. And they spell out the letters KVK.
KVK.
On both of them.
KVK. Do we know anyone with those initials?
What initials?
KVK.
It's on the gloves?
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't it? And I turn away from the wall where I just almost trashed a shelf or something. And I say, I'm not just walking around for nothing. Rasputin told us these were owned by some mage outside of the council. I mean, isn't it weird that no one would be here, but that there are initials on the gloves? Seems like these are property from someone else. I mean, there's no one here. I don't know.
Unless it's a test. It could just be setting up for whoever else decides to come by and try their hands at taking the gauntlets. Would be out of the question, considering what we're up against.
I'm actually just gonna run back outside.
Yeah.
And touch my hand to the ground and try to like pull one of the spirits up that's like kind of hanging out.
Yeah. Just kind of
Hey.
this kind of like dark, shadowy, grainy blackness.
Hi. Have you been here long?
Where is Hill?
Where's who?
Hill. Where is Hill?
Where is Hill?
He's saying, "Where is here?"
Oh, where's here? This graveyard. This physical space, not necessarily in the. Is there a name of the graveyard that like I could just say? I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this graveyard.
I wandered here.
Do you know how long ago?
Time has no meaning. It was 10 years ago, or it was yesterday.
Shit. Do you see many people going into this building?
There have been some. They did not come out again.
Have any come out after
No.
going in? Oh, interesting. Why did you come here for the gloves?
I came here because I wandered here. I
Okay.
stayed here because I could not wander anywhere else.
Interesting. Are there many like you in the same situation?
Many are dead.
Okay. Thank you. Would you like to be freed from this place?
Alfie, who are you talking to?
Give me a second.
I'm going to touch the gauntlets.
Don't touch the gauntlets yet. Just would you like to
5, 4,
No, we're not gonna touch them.
3.
We're not
I'm
gonna
just-
touch them.
I just want to ask if it wants to be released back to the into the veil or if it wants to continue wandering.
Desire means nothing to the lost.
I'm just okay. I'll just. Well, thank you regardless. Please wander well and rest well. And I'm just gonna just kind of release it. I'm just gonna release it, I guess, and just be like,
Okay. In that case, when you release it, it kind of snakes a little bit and then just goes back into the ground.
okay. And I'm gonna kind of hustle back inside. So, good news and bad news. Apparently whoever comes in here doesn't come out. But he's probably talking about souls. But either way, this glove apparently attracts wandering souls, and they can't leave. So kind of like having a permanent arsenal, which is very intriguing. And I'm just staring at these gloves now.
Which is also very weird considering that these gloves are also supposed to safely open a way to the spirit realm.
Yeah, that I don't know. Was it Rasputin who told you that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
we should take the gloves anyway, right? Just to have them.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. But I don't know what KVK means. That's what it says down here, and I'm just gonna trace my finger across one of the the ends of the gloves.
Ooh. I know. You see Nell have an idea and say "Ah, maybe I can I can't do it here, but maybe there's something in the library at the house I mean,
yeah.
some sort of tome with important wizards. So I don't know if you want to snoop around there.
Yeah, we could do that. We should probably take these though, right? Yeah, we're gonna take these. And I'm going to reach out for the gloves and try to take them off the stand.
Gonna take the glass bell off, and just
Yep.
You putting them on, or are you just like putting them in a bag or something?
I'm gonna hold on to them for a second, and then I just want to like see if they like almost like fit my hand, kind of thing. Just like laying them over top, and I'd be like,
They don't look like they'd fit you. They look like they were designed for bigger hands.
I mean, clearly they were designed for bigger people, but I mean, better big than small, right? You know. So I'm just gonna like put one of the gloves on.
Yeah, as you slip the glove on, it tightens around you, and basically it shrinks a bit, and it tightens around, and it kind of like, it doesn't grasp, but it fits to your hand essentially.
Huh. Look at that. So I guess maybe the last people to use it were you know.
Kind of creepy.
I'm gonna put the other one on just to like have it fit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know. I think they look really nice.
As you put the second one on, both of you will obviously watching this will see that Alfie's eyes go completely black, like just completely like veiled in blackness. Alfie, looking around, you can see certain points in the room, which are almost like tears, with like very, very faint kind of like dark, very faint like dark smoke emanating from them a little bit. You hear like a little bit of a howl of almost like a maelstrom in the distance, and you realize that, you know, this is something you can do anyway, but this is kind of accentuating it. If you wanted, you could reach out and grab and open the veil. Like right now, it's kind of a little cracks here and there. There's about 2 in this room. There's one like in the corner, and then there's one a little bit behind where the gloves were situated.
GP, just to be certain here, you're constantly talking about the veil, so you're talking about souls and dead,
Yes.
and not spirit realm.
Yes, the spirit realm is separate.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just gonna be like, oh, whoa. Oh, this makes it really easy to see all the entries into the veil. Oh, okay, hold on. And I'm just actually gonna see if I can like seal one of them up, actually. Just to make sure that, like, because if there's too many, it's like shit like this happens, right? But like if I can seal them up, maybe like in a space like this, it might, I don't know, alleviate some of the spirits who keep like wandering here too much.
Yeah, this wouldn't be with the gloves. Essentially, this is something you can do yourself.
Yeah.
You just essentially reach out and kind of smooth down this crack, and it slowly kind of folds in on it, and just like closes off this area. I will say, from having gone to places like these with Morgan, you do know that other tears will open. This isn't something you know, places like this where the veil is very thin, little tears open. Sometimes even a revenant or something even more sinister will force its way through as well.
Well, there's only so much we can do right now, but I mean, we can just I don't know, we can fix it a little bit. I'll seal up some of the tears just to like ease it a little, but then I'll just be like, I can't like go around to every single
We could just
graveyard.
leave it, you know. It was like this when we got here. Why not just leave it in the same condition?
Leaves it for a little while.
I like to leave things better than I'd left them, you know. And I'll seal them up regardless.
Okay.
And you know, that way it doesn't get out of control.
Right. You
Yeah.
have the gloves. Do you want to keep them on, or do you want to stow them?
I'll keep them on until we like are ready to leave the graveyard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for the record, it is harder to see reality with this kind of like veil over your eyes.
If you start walking like that, Nell will come up to you to your side and like take your shoulder, be like, "Oh, buddy, I don't think you're supposed to walk around with black eyes."
But it's, I don't know, I can see stuff.
Yeah, and you probably won't be able to see that stone right over there that you were supposed to stumble upon. So, maybe either take the gloves off or I will carry you.
It does kind of look like you're possessed by a demon.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
I take them off.
Does anyone know if demons are real? No.
Oh, they're real.
Oh,
Don't know. Could probably punch them though.
that's nice.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Will you? I mean, do you want to use them still now? And I point to the gloves.
Well, I'll put them away for now, and I'll just put them like in my bag.
Do those things attract ghosts?
Spirits, you mean? Or souls? Sorry, souls.
Souls, yeah.
Ghosts, souls,
It's all the
the
same.
dead.
Really.
Yeah. Any of those, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, so we're walking around with a spirit magnet. Ooh, that'll be interesting. Make things a little fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, we don't have to do too much about it. So.
Do you want me to store them for you?
Oh, no, because, I mean, in a worst case, I might have to, like, put them on and see something, and I don't think anyone else is going to get as much use out of it, but, like, you're welcome to try them on if you want.
I don't need to try them on. I was just offering that
I'll
if
try them
it's
on.
safer, let's not do that. Hey.
No? Oh, come on.
How about we don't do that and we get out of this graveyard before cops or something start showing up?
That sounds like a good idea to me. I mean,
You two are no fun.
Nope, absolutely no fun.
I think
But
it's
you're
pretty
not gonna
fun.
try on the gloves.
I don't know. I think I could make them work.
I don't know if I
I
trust
hope
the
you
bugs.
can't make them work. And I start gently leading the group out of the graveyard.
Okay. Do you want to head to one of the other places next, or?
Either we, but that's the thing. Do we immediately know where to head? Because
Yeah. You have
If we-
you have the locations of both.
oh, okay,
They're included in the instructions.
very detailed of Rasputin.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I guess Nell would look at her non-existing watch.
Yeah.
And say, well, do we go some other place, or is that enough excitement for one day?
We could probably go to
I'll-
another place. I don't see why not.
I'll also say, it's very possible that the both of you have pretty much forgotten about looking at watches for time and stuff. All you need to do is ask Sesha, and she knows exactly what time it is anywhere.
I refuse.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's fair. But imaginary watch it is.
Oh, wait, were they trying? Wait. So, like, could I don't know, could Could I visibly tell they were trying to determine
Oh,
what time it was and stuff? Or
I
was
just
it
said
like, a
Nell
plan?
absolutely
No,
did
like,
the thing without a watch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I see that. So, like, out of just, like, seeing that on the side of my eye, I will say the exact time.
10:46. And
If you-
56, 57, 58.
If you say
That's
that,
exactly what
if you say that, Nell will, still looking down at her arm, say, "Unprompted, but thank you, Sasha."
Well, of course, I'm only here to help.
You're still not getting the gloves. We're going to another location.
It was worth a try.
There's a lovely abandoned farm, I hear.
Ooh, abandoned. Let's go.
All right.
I was completely kidding when I said lovely. I've never been there. I mean, I feel like you think I've been there, but I haven't. Just to be clear,
Oh, no, I know. I'm
So-
just saying that abandoned farms, sounds really fun.
Yeah.
You never know what you can find there.
Right.
As we have already detailed how Nell helps everyone, move quickly, we will go to stepping out at the farm.
Oh.
And essentially what you have here is tall stalks of corn, fields on both sides of you and stretching out behind you as you step out, down kind of like a small alleyway, like a pathway between these two like cornfields is just a straight set of pathway grass, like little bit of kind of gravelly stone path that leads all the way to, I'm just gonna straight up say it, it looks like a horror house barn. Like it is run down, clearly no one's used it for a long time. The windows have like no glass and like a wood board like nailed across it, like diagonally but wonky. There's like a tractor to the side of it, but it looks like broken down and unused for a long time.
Oh.
Down the path a little ways is a shovel. And you can also see in the fields as well, and a couple like down the path also. There's these kind of like scarecrows that are just like hanging there on bits of wood. The typical kind of like straw, like plaid shirts and all that kind of stuff.
Why use pockets when you have pocket dimensions is Nell's motto in life, as she reaches out and gets out the same little notebook from the morning before that. She does the kind of motions in their pocket or actual pocket to try and get a pen, finding she doesn't have one, making a mental note that she can scrap the first line, being the gloves that they now have, and will then say, well, it looks like we are trying to find a compass here that will help us find someone in existence. And I put it away, put the notebook away again. I throw it away and it goes into a portal and like doesn't land on the floor. And I say, well, do you think any ideas? Any game plan? Come on, team.
Well, where does one usually store a compass?
From the instructions, it's in the barn.
Stop ruining our fun, sheepy.
Sorry. Maybe it's on one of the scarecrows.
That's what Sasha's kind of like hinting at.
What's funny is that like I was like, oh yeah, compass, and I immediately thought like windmill and like one of those ones that are at like the top of a barn or something. Not a windmill, a wind, like somewhere to show where the wind is coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the weather vanes.
Weather vane, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the first thing I thought. I was like, oh yeah, that one. But
There's
no,
there's like a ripple of rustling through the cornfield as wind just kind of like, it doesn't pick up, it just kind of sweeps through. There's like a gust of wind that sweeps through and all the corn goes like
cool.
Give you an idea of where you are, you're essentially one field away from the barn. It's in the distance down that way.
God damn it, Shapey, you're gonna make us go through the creepy cornfield.
There are you're basically at like a crossroads. There's fields behind you as well. So let me know what you want to do, where you want to go. Like, there's a pathway.
I don't like this, and Nell starts walking forward towards the barn.
Okay, so as you start walking, both of you two will see that Nell promptly spins around and starts walking away from the barn.
Wait.
So you're walking like in the opposite direction to the barn.
And I stop.
Yeah.
And I turn around again. And I start walking again.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Shouldn't we go?
Turn around again, start walking away from the barn. If your intention is to walk towards the barn.
And I stop. I can't walk towards the barn.
Ah.
Wait, what? What do you mean you can't walk towards the barn?
I would like to try to portal myself closer.
Okay.
I would like to open a portal beneath my feet and open one further down the road as far as I can see.
Okay.
In that direction.
You end up further away from the barn, down the road away from it. But Sesha, could you please roll me a this will be a wits and fate, please.
Let's see here. So 3 and then okay. That's 4d10.
Yes. Success. Okay. It is very, very slight, but you see threads, kind of little silvery threads, running all around this place. They slither on the floor. There are some that are like, it's almost like this entire place is covered in spider webs.
Clever.
And one of them is just draped over Nell's shoulder.
I'm gonna walk up to Nell and I'd like to take my finger very gently and kind of like just move it off of her shoulder. She doesn't see anything. She just sees like the act of like me like
almost like dusting some lint off or something.
Yeah.
You have the string in your hand.
Yeah.
Like between your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel that that probability. And you think like if you decide to walk in a direction, you're gonna go in a different direction. Like the probability is you will decide to go in a different direction.
All right. I would like to see if I can counteract that probability.
This will be Gnosis and Fate, please. Which I believe will be 6 dice.
Okay.
You try and manipulate the string, or this kind of like string of fate, let's call it. to decrease the likelihood, to dissipate it, not much happens. If this was like 100% or 99%, it's now like 95. It's still a very high likelihood. And as you can see around you, like a lot of the strings are kind of like, there's a lot of them, and they're all kind of like wafting in the air. So as you walk through this area, they will attach to you. It's basically, you know,
Like a web.
yeah.
Kind of like, like they stick to me like a web. Do I see any difference in any of them? Are they all like, do they all look pretty similar? Are they all different?
It's hard to tell with a mixture of how you rolled and how many there are. So you can't, you'd have to go up to each individually and inspect them, and that would probably take you about a year.
Okay. I would like to... This is gonna be kind of interesting. Well, this is why I brought my voodoo dolls. I would like to attempt to... I'm going to draw a ritual circle with sigils, and I would like to attempt to do the same thing I did with the chair with Rasputin, but on a larger scale.
Okay. For context going forward, I'm assuming you've told the other two not to move or something, or are you letting them carry on and try and figure this out themselves?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you start to do that, Alfie, Nell, please feel free to tell me what you are doing.
I'm like standing there, very fucking confused, and be like, "What is happening? Where are we? Where?"
And Null starts walking in directions.
You're actually now walking in the direction you want to. So if you go towards the barn, you walk towards the barn.
And I keep walking.
Okay. As you keep walking, you pass Alfie. You keep walking down the path towards the barn.
I start trying to like walk after her.
Okay. As you're walking down the path, Sesha, I'm assuming that you're a bit too concentrating on the sigil circles and.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk towards the barn. And as you're walking forwards, you're basically walking in a straight line. You see the shovel as you're walking, and you're just walking straight towards it. You want to walk around it?
Yeah, because it's a shovel.
Yeah, obviously. Your foot steps on the shovel, goes flying up and smacks you in the forehead.
Motherfucker.
Alfie, you see that
Oh.
gets hit by the shovel in the forehead.
I pick up the shovel.
Okay.
And I just throw it to the side.
Just off into the cornfield. Okay. There's kind of like a rustling. Some of the corn like gets knocked over.
I'm still like, I'm trying to walk after her. Like I'm trying to walk behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I just behind her? Like just walking normally?
Yeah.
Oh. So.
Yeah, I continue on.
Okay. As you step, your foot goes down on the shovel. It flies up, hits you in the forehead.
Wait, but what shovel?
I mean, you just stood on a shovel.
But I threw it away, sheepy.
You did.
But I now step on the shovel, huh?
Yeah.
Do I see her step on the shovel again?
Yeah.
Hit again?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's almost
God
reminding you of
fucking
something.
damn it. I just like, I put up my hands. I'm like, this, I can't deal with this place. This place is bad juju. Like, for real, bad vibes. You try and walk first.
I'll just pick up the shovel and just like motion her forward.
No, please, Alfie. Please.
I'll walk forward.
Okay. You walk forward past the shovel, and walk down the path. At the end of the path, there's a couple of scarecrows. As you walk essentially to the edge of the field, and like start passing the scarecrows, you feel like this kind of like scratchy and enveloping like hold on you. And no, you'll see that Alfie gets grabbed by one of the scarecrows and pulled into the cornfield.
Fuck! Yeah, no, as she sees that, we'll basically yell, Alfie! Hoping to also get Sasha's attention and start going in that direction.
Okay, as soon as you step on a shovel and it hits you in the forehead.
I tried teleporting
Okay, where are you going?
closer to where Alfie
Straight
was
into the
taken
shovel.
into the cornfield.
Okay, you teleport right to where Alfie was.
Don't say I teleport onto a fucking shovel,
No,
sheepy.
you don't teleport onto a shovel. You too feel the enveloping scratchiness of straw as you get grabbed by other.
Can I try to slip out of it?
Yeah, sure. There'll be dexterity and I would say dexterity and athletics.
Yeah, 6.
So that is.
How does a motherfucking scarecrow have more than me?
Oh, the scarecrow has 5. You had 6. That is a crit as well. So just grabs and you get dragged into the other cornfield on the other side. Essentially, both of you feel the rushing of corn, and because there's a session, you can hear like rustling going on. And you.
I'm pretty sure I would hear them kind of like I would hear them struggle or something, or like kind of thing.
You heard Nell shout Alfie, and then a moment later you hear Nell shouting, going off into the distance, I hate fucking abandoned farms.
We'll take a second to check in with Sesha.
Okay.
So you're scrolling the circle nonchalantly, I would assume.
No, I'm trying to really like focus my intent on the circle, and like with each sigil I write, I'm doing it pretty intricately so I can like, because I want it to like, I'm obviously aiming for a grander scale.
Yes.
So I know that's going to take a lot more energy and stuff. And I mean, I want like the full blown area, not just the singular barn itself. So like, I guess it would be like like the outcropping of like the corn, but not like the full field of the corn, because that's like extremely vast.
Yeah. So essentially, you want maybe like a cone in front of you.
Well, because I want to get like the barn building and the stuff like around me, I guess.
That would be a cone in front of you. Like it'd cover most of the front fields and the majority of the barn, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In this instance, you don't need to like cancel out any time in this instance, so you're not like isolating it from time. What you would essentially be doing is you would be, it's pretty much like sending out a wave of fate magic that would nullify all of these strings, just kind of like a blast of not a blast, but like a wave of fate magic. Okay, you set it up. Kneel down by it. Take one of your.
I take 2 of them.
2
of the dolls, because I want to make sure it's like, I want to channel both of my power into it.
Okay.
And to doubly do it, I'm going to nick both my thumbs.
Oh, okay. And then, like, smear blood down them.
Yeah, because I want to make sure they really work.
Okay. And then you channel your energy in.
Mm-hmm.
Please roll me your fate and your gnosis.
Okay.
Take 2 extra dice. So
All
I
right.
believe that will be 8 d10.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. You channel the magic, and you channel it through these 2 sacrificial dolls into the circle, which then pulses this energy, this magic out in kind of like, it's a bit rough, but into a cone in front of you. And as you watch it, kind of like this wave kind of like shoot through the fields, and it doesn't move the fields like the wind has.
Yeah.
It doesn't move the corn, but you see these like all these strings in front of you slowly kind of like turn grey and then black and then kind of like crumble into nothing as they all start to like snap and break away. Both Nell and Alfie, you will essentially be like kind of dragged through the field, and then suddenly it'll stop, and a scarecrow will like either fall on you or beside you as you kind of like are dropped to the ground.
Yeah, Nell is massively punching a scarecrow now.
Yeah. A little bit of swearing coming from the field.
Yeah, she's basically, you motherfucking scarecrow.
Yeah.
Ah, God. It just like kind of spit out any kind of like dirt or hay or whatever else that might have gotten. Ah,
That was weird.
that was weird.
Was that a soul?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is the scarecrow? The scarecrow is like right beside us, though, right? Like, I just want to like touch it. Just
Yeah.
be like, huh.
Just the scarecrow, like straw.
It wasn't a soul.
Is that more or less creepy? I'm not sure.
Confusing?
Yeah, confusing.
Do you want to be in a scarecrow?
That one doesn't seem to have legs.
Uh,
It's just got a stick up its butt.
fitting for you. No, I'm kidding. All right, we'll find you a better host. It's not a problem.
Good one.
So I'll get up, kind of like brush myself off and try to like get my bearings. Just
As you like stand up and look around, you can see below you. There's like kind of this. There's like a long like sickle like implement that's just like lying there on the ground, next to another fallen over scarecrow. There's like this really like rusty, nasty looking bear trap that's been set. It's like a little bit further down the area.
That's weirdly useful. I'm gonna pick up the sickle.
Yeah.
And the bear trap. Okay.
The sickle is like slightly tied to the scarecrow. You can just kind of shake that off.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like tied to one of the arms.
So the second scarecrow, does it have legs?
No.
They both don't have legs. Okay. Oh right, because she cut both her legs off. All right. Well. How do you feel about inhibiting a bear trap?
Kind of mixed. Why do I need to inhabit a bear trap?
I don't know.
Can't-
Sharp teeth.
Can't really move.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
I don't know. You could like jump with it, you know.
I guess if you
Scary.
accidentally step in it, I can not activate it.
I just want to like.
But it would be really silly for you to step in it, so...
Yeah. Maybe we should disable it just to make sure it doesn't actually, get anybody.
Alright.
And I'm gonna take like the end of the sickle and just kind of like jam it really quickly in there. It'll probably snap part of the wood, but
Yeah, it like kind of takes off part of the handle.
yeah. Well, better for it to actually be, that way nobody steps on it.
As a sidebar, Nell, you have similar around you. There's a couple of scarecrows with like bladed implements, like a kitchen knife and a cleaver, just kind of like lying there. Looks like they've collapsed. There's a couple of like, there's one of those like rope traps that you step into and it like grabs your leg and hangs you upside down. Things like that.
Oh, so there's like a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
I am doubting. I feel like Nell really doesn't trust this and the scarecrows holding kitchen knives.
And cleavers.
Yeah. So I think. Okay. The room Nell has as a permanent base in the house is the white room. Supposing in her mind that I'm just gonna say that as it is. I'm thinking about teleporting the scarecrows away one by one into the white room.
It's hard to find the white room. It's the whole
You
house.
can't do that to me.
The whole house is veiled a little. You know that the
You
whole
can't
house
do
is
that
veiled
to
a
me.
little bit. Like as you remember, Shelby did ease it off you for that one time, so you could like, bloop about. But in general, yeah, it's kind of hard to portal about the house.
Well,
Or from outside in. You could stick it on the front door. You know where the front door is.
But here's the thing, for translocation, I have 3 locations,
You
right?
did mark a location. That's true.
Yeah,
Then
and that was in the white room.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying that I could. In Nell's mind, she's like, these are dangerous, but if I put them there, they'll be contained for now, and they won't attack me with cleavers.
Let's just attack poor Shelby in the house. He's already got holes. There's gonna get more.
You are correct. You are correct that Shelby. That the white room is marked, so you can port things directly there, if you would like.
That's the thing, though. That's the only way I can get them away.
Yeah, you
unless
basically have no other option.
I have no other option except for sending murderous scarecrows to Shelby. Okay,
Maybe
no.
Not.
What?
Maybe not.
No,
Poor
I'll
murders.
first try to take up one of the sharp objects and try to begin to cut the scarecrows into pieces and kind of scatter that.
Yeah. You do that perfectly fine.
Shibi, this is so suspicious that you say I do that perfectly fine.
I mean, yeah, you do it. What do you want me to say? You do it perfectly fine. No scarecrows try to stab you. They don't move.
Alright. Then once I'm done, like, chopping them up into little pieces and scattering them, like even going as far as to like take one of the heads and just like with a portal just like throw it way across the field and stuff.
Yeah.
Once I'm satisfied with that, I'll inch away from this weird scenery and try to find my way back to the
pathway.
barn. Yeah, and the pathway.
All right. Alfie, same thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like.
Yeah. I'll assume you both are looking out for bear traps and snare traps and all that type of, random cleavers just left on the ground, etc., etc.
Sharp objects. And what I'll do is I'll take the scythe and I'll like try to clear some of the way as well. Just like moving it out. Actually, you know what I might try to do is, I don't know how well I can move organic material, but what I might do is try to like almost like churn up the earth and form a proper path.
Yeah.
Like so that it's not like just moving it in general, just kind of like almost like plowing the land, just through it. I'm just doing like a little plow through the land to make sure I'm clearing a path.
It's abandoned. Someone's got to take care of it. Might as well become a farmer if the whole mage thing doesn't work out.
I got a scythe already. Like,
could both of you roll me a
No.
Just straight intelligence on this one.
Oh wow! Thanks, Sheepy. Yeah.
Straight intelligence.
Let's say in this instance, let's say intelligence and
Oh well, I fucking already rolled, but I'll roll another thing here if I need anything else.
It's weird because technically it's going to work for this one, but it is not. Intelligence to streetwise, please.
Oh, okay.
To find our way. I love it.
That doesn't help.
I grew up on the mean streets of Utah. Yeah, the cornfield streets. Those ones.
The cornfield streets.
Okay,
does my knowledge of space help anything in this?
Not in this instance, no.
Okay, so basically I'm fucked.
So what I will say is, Nell, something feels off to you. Obviously,
really?
Yeah, obviously it does. But there's something that you can't put your finger on where you're like you had a thought, and you feel like you missed something. Alfie, you had the same thought, but you followed it up with, if this is an abandoned farm, why is corn growing here in neat rows? But carry on.
Whoa, hold on. Are we?
Unfortunately, Nell, you didn't quite catch that.
I'm just gonna like put a hand on Nell's like.
Oh, have we found each other?
So, yes, as I was gonna say, but essentially, Sesha, you start walking down the path because you are quite far away. You start walking down the path, basically, in front of you and in a like cone shape in front of you. There's no more strings. They've all been essentially like taken out of the picture. Both Alfie and Nell walk out of the field at around about the same place back onto the path, and within a couple of at least 20 seconds, you can all be back together just at the edge of the path, pretty much.
As I make my way onto the path and see Alfie there, Nell goes in for like a hug, like one of those bear hugs.
Yeah.
So she just goes in and she like hugs Alfie tight, and she's like, "I was coming to get you," and then like let's go again, and it says, turns like to the two of them and says like, something's really off here. I don't think a farm is supposed to have scarecrows that can kidnap people and have sharp objects on them. I don't think.
One more thing also. Abandoned farms don't usually just have really neat rows of corn. So I don't think it's abandoned.
Do I get an inkling that like time here is interacting differently?
Not quite.
Or do I just get the sense that like fate is obviously being like
this
messed with?
The best I can give you from what you rolled earlier is this is like a giant, it's almost like a program. It's kind of like if then. So it, when the from what you can tell, like having looked at them, all of the strings seem to be a probability. They attach to people, and then activate at when certain things. Yeah. So for Nell, when she was trying to walk towards it, if someone tries to walk in a direction, then they walk in the opposite direction.
You're sounding like one of those Excel formulas where it's like if this then that.
That's exactly
basic coding.
That's exactly
right?
what this place is. So if someone tries to step, then they step on the shovel.
Just like a infinite amount of probabilities.
Yeah. If someone tries to walk past the scarecrow, then they will be grabbed and dragged into the cornfield. If someone tries to walk around the cornfield, then they will be attacked by scarecrows.
Okay. And I pretty much just kind of
You basically like blasted it with a nullify, you know.
Yeah.
It very, very unsophisticated, but it was enough to essentially like degrade all of the probabilities. I will say that they're all quite old, so they're probably set there quite a long time ago.
I'll kind of like smirk at both of them as like Nell's like kind of like freaking out, and like Alfie's like just like this place is abandoned. She's just kind of smirk, and she will then make her way inside the barn.
Okay.
Without saying anything.
As you walk towards the barn, I'm just gonna say as a sidebar, I was really worried that Nell was going to turn into Sideshow Bob and just continually step on like forever. I'm glad that got
Not
sorted.
today, sheepy.
Yeah,
not today.
Just the 2 times. Just the 2 times.
You'll probably see, like, if they follow, they'll probably see the like the circle or the sigil circle, the ritual circle that I did or whatnot.
Yeah.
I kind of like, obviously you could see that I like kind of walked through it and just kind of like, not really, like actively tried to like hide it all, but like you could tell that she clearly is like whatever and just kind of like steps over it and stuff and kind of ruins it.
Yeah, as Sasha starts just walking away, Nell will kind of follow a step behind and say like, oh, so no explanation? We're not going to talk anymore?
Nell, fate has a really weird way of playing out things. Let's just say that this place is very, very special. And somebody with fate magic decided to play a little prank on you. Or us, for that matter. So I just turned it off.
Turned it off.
She's like shrugging. She like doesn't turn around, but she's like, you know, like, yeah, kind of shrugging as she's walking towards the barn. Like, yeah.
All right, we just fucking turned magic off somehow today.
I don't understand how she just turns it off.
I don't understand how she just...
So she's like walking, she's just like, Alfie has her little tricks and whatnot with spirits and stuffing them in little boxes and rocks and things, and, well, I can see strings. They've already explained this. You just have to make sure that you can, either cut them or...
But they're not tricks, first of all. It's skill.
All right, well, your skill with spirits is your own, and fate and the strings that attach to them is my own skill.
I'm taking it you're just walking to the barn.
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk towards the barn, you walk in, like look around, there's some, you know, farming implements and hay bales and, you know, a few sections where you put like a horse or a cow or whatever. And there's a desk and there's a like kind of almost like a pocket watch compass just on the desk. A few other bits like kind of moldy paper and a couple pencils and stuff, but yeah.
This might be it, I think. Anyways, I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah. Pick it up.
And pop it open.
Pop it open. It's just spinning.
Just constantly spinning?
Yeah.
I like hold it up to the girls.
Think about someone.
Think about Baba Yaga.
Keep spinning.
We're gonna forget the weird fact that there's literally no one here, but there's supposed to be someone here, and the compass is just lying on a very convenient table.
I'm just gonna like tap on the glass of the compass. Either it's broken or we're standing on top of something possibly that's messing with the magnetic field.
Can I use my, I don't really know if this counts as a cult, but I guess investigation?
Seeing as there's one of the characters who's been extremely on this, I'm gonna give this to them. Nell, in the details and instructions, it is a compass that allows you to find someone across planes of existence. It's unlikely that it would work on a plane, like on this plane. It's probably more likely you go to a place, and then you look for the person, for the thing.
Wait, so... But this is a
Essentially-
plane of existence as well, right?
Yes, but this is essentially like the compass is geared for the Veil, the spirit realm.
Yeah.
It's not really geared for here. You're not
Right, so basically this is like the base. Like, it doesn't do anything here, but it's made for other realms.
It was forged here to be used in other realms.
Yep. Alright. Really, am I the only one that finds it weird that we find two of these supposedly very powerful objects and there's no one around to keep us from taking it? It's literally presented to us on a table.
I mean, the gloves were kind of presented to us on a plinth type
And
thing.
isn't that weird?
I think it was some kind of test. Let's be honest here. And we passed.
It's not like they were
Yes, we did.
unguarded as well. Like,
That's
it
true.
was kind of dangerous to get here and get them both.
And we got our prize too. And I will clap it shut and stuff it in my pocket.
Okay, hooray, we did it. Next one.
Oh my gosh, is it too easy? Are we?
I feel like I feel like we're gonna come back to the house and there's gonna be three omnipotent, powerful mages standing there and being like, "Oh, you took our items. Now let us take your lives."
They're already gonna do that, remember?
Sesha, when you snap it closed and before you put it away, you see a flash of some runes. Same runes that were on the gloves. Obviously, you discussed the runes, and so you know that they say KVK.
I don't say anything.
Okay. In that case,
Are we all done here? Sitting around?
Sesha, when you put the compass away and don't say anything, you hear a clunk, like a minute hand moving to 12 o'clock. Like imagine you were in like a abandoned old Victorian house at like midnight. Everyone's asleep, there's no one around. You just hear that kind of,
Yeah.
but it's in your head.
Take note.
Yeah, I guess we start taking tentative steps away and say, like, do you think those when you turned the magic off, as you did you just like the scarecrows and all of that? They just like, I mean, you weren't kidnapped into the cornfields, but there are a few scarecrows in there with weapons.
They were going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That was one of the probabilities of what would happen if you went past a certain point.
Oh. I don't like that.
But don't worry, I turned it off, so you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, but what if somebody turns it back on?
They can't. I destroyed all the strings.
Oh. Well, you can just do that?
Yeah. It's like how you can stuff things in rocks. Well, spirits.
Souls, yeah.
You have your stuff, I have mine. Besides, they were just puppets. With strings.
All right, okay, that's cool, you know. So okay, well what's the next one we have to go to then?
And I take out a little notebook again. And I say, well, I mean, the last thing we need to get is a lantern that's supposed to light the way to travel to the spirit realm, or in the spirit realm. It's like in the forest, in like a cave or something.
Okay.
Maybe not filled with deadly scarecrows this time, but like other
Wait,
deadly...
you were all okay with the zombies, but the scarecrows with the knives and whatnot was the scary thing?
Well, I mean, the zombies, I mean, I was a little worried at first, maybe, but, you know.
We're used to dead things. Weird puppets. Scarecrows,
Yeah.
kind of creepy.
It's a little, there's a difference, you know, it's just, it's different.
Oh.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Ugh. Whatever.
Listen, I don't make the rules, okay? I'm just saying it's a little weird. That's it.
Things that come back to life are fine, but things that have never been alive but move and do things, that's creepy.
You put it really well, actually.
Beta, you do that.
I'm dead.
Yeah, but you do that. You bring things that aren't alive to life.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's undead, you know,
Yeah,
kind
like,
of. It's a
you know.
difference. Like,
There's
still
powering
something.
it. There's
yeah.
consciousness behind action. It's weird.
I
when
mean, there's
action with
consciousness
no
beside,
consciousness.
you know, no, there's like a goal and there's a consciousness beside, you know, within the vessel. It's just the strings.
No, that's not consciousness. That's just robotic.
Yeah.
It'd be like if Alfie made a robot and then it just started moving by itself without me in it. That'd be creepy.
It'd be creepy as hell.
It'd be very creepy.
Wouldn't be about that.
Shall we go to the next place? Where are we going, by the way?
Kettle calls the cauldron black.
No?
Look, next time we encounter anything and someone, and Sarah Sisha, senses something is off, maybe we just tell it to each other before we let each other wander off, possibly getting killed. Huh? Is that not a good team spirit idea? I think it is.
I think she's angry that you let her step on the shovel.
I think you should go back to being a necklace for a second there.
Right, you are.
It's okay.
Touchy today.
Right.
I'm just gonna,
so,
like,
be
I'm
fair,
just
the
gonna,
only
like,
one
pet
that-
the necklace. Just like, it's okay.
right. So team spirit, you know?
To be fair, the shovel was your fault. But
Team
I'm all for this
spirit?
team spirit thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Would-
Great.
Would you like to get to stepping.
After
On a
that,
shovel?
Yeah.
watch out or I leave you behind. You can walk home, bitch.
I'm so tempted to have you step out from your like long striding and there's just a shovel sitting there next to you, just
Are
like,
you
yo,
tempted,
what up?
Sheepy? Are you really
I
tempted?
am tempted, yeah.
Oh no, I missed the string.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Forever cursed to be followed by a shovel that she'll step on now and then.
Oh my god, that's so
But
disconcerting.
funnily enough, that's something a Fate Mage can do.
That's so weird. That's very disconcerting.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. Nope.
Not to give Cat any ideas or anything.
Oh, never.
No.
No.
So, you, again, line everyone up, pave the way, and you start to long stride. This time, you notice as you step that you go into somewhere a lot darker. Like, it was nighttime where you were, but this is a different kind of dark. It's canopy above you, stepping past lots of trees, kind of rushing past you. And when you step out, there is a break in the trees. Essentially, you step out, there are trees kind of in a little semicircle around you, and in front of you is a waterfall. A cliff with a little pathway that goes up along the side of the cliff to a cave. As the waterfall is quite large and kind of like, you know, there's obviously a river and stream that goes off into the woods, and at the top of the path, right next to the cave, is a tree, quite singular by itself, quite not massive, and completely devoid of leaves.
Let's look around for a second. Anyone feeling anything off?
No one. I can give you this from your senses. No one feels anything off.
No, like, lightness in the veil or anything? Or thinness in the veil? Okay. I mean, it's.
Nell, I think this is going to be something for you.
I don't think it's. Do you really think these are tests, Sasha?
Nell, you can't be that oblivious to it, right? You're smarter than that, right? You know, the first one, zombies, spirits, you know, seeing through the spirit veil. Then the barn.
You know, there's
tampering with fate.
Look, I get it. You're a fate mage and whatnot. You think everything's connected, but you know, there's like also just coincidences still.
There's a little creaking from the tree.
See? The tree agrees with me.
Oh, you can speak to trees?
That's new. Didn't know you can speak to trees.
Yes,
You
it's
fucking
fascinating.
Speak to trees.
Huh.
What's this?
Can you actually? Yeah, what was it saying?
Was it telling you to leave them alone?
Right,
That was-
alright.
That was pretty bad. That was.
I thought it was kind of clever.
Just.
I was about to say you're on timeout and was about to send you away, but then again, I don't think I want to punish Merlin enough to have you with him.
Merlin and I would get along great. I don't know what you're talking about. We would have tea, you know, sit there and talk
Yeah,
about
no.
you.
No, don't like the idea. Right.
I
And I
don't think she can talk to trees.
I guess I'm just barking up the wrong tree.
No.
Oh, that
No.
one was also clever, wasn't it, Nell?
If I hear a single more pun out of you, and I point to Sesha, or you, and I point to the necklace that Alfie is wearing, not to Alfie herself, but like the necklace.
Yeah.
And I say, if I hear another pun out of either of you, it's really time out, and you don't like to be in between spaces. Trust me.
Right you are.
So are we gonna, get this last item from a place that will probably just present it on a platter for us with no one there to look after it? Well, we seemingly just can take it. We're gonna do that and work together and then get a nice sleep.
I mean, sure. I just, are we? Listen, I just want to find this thing, okay? I'm not trying to. Are you sure you can't talk to trees? That's kind of bugging me now that you said you could.
I can't talk to trees.
Oh.
And I turn around and I look at this display.
Up the path.
hmm?
Look up the path.
Yeah, so where are we supposed, there's a path?
Path goes up to the cave. The tree's kind of just off to the side, kind of elevated a bit. On the side of, basically close to the cave, but also kind of in between the cave and the waterfall.
Right. Can I try to evade the tree by portaling myself past it on the path?
I mean, if you can portal yourself up to the cave entrance, you can't really.
Yeah.
You can't really sense past the cave entrance.
No. I just don't trust the tree, so I want to pass by it without having to walk past it.
Yeah, it portal up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Nell goes boop, and is there, and as you're basically looking at the entrance to the cave, which FYI can't see inside, completely pitch black. You hear,
Who travels on the path to me?
To what?
To me.
I imagine that Nell actually says that out loud. Just a very friendly mage looking for a scroll. No, wait, was it lantern? Lantern.
Greetings, Mage. I am Ig.
You're Ig?
I am Ig.
Ig.
Right, it's very nice to meet you, Ig. Are you by chance, protecting a lantern?
I am not. And if you turn around, you can talk to me directly.
Oh, and I turn around.
there's a little kind of creaking from the tree.
Holy fuck, I can talk to trees.
Do we all hear this too, though? Well, it's not that impressive. I mean, we can all talk to trees now, I guess. So, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Are these your friends?
More like acquaintances.
No. Nell's just, branching out in new relationships.
I told you, I fucking, and I start walking towards Sesha. She's going in timeout. She's going into timeout.
Oh god.
Okay.
You probably shouldn't have made that pun.
So, This is looking like it might get a little on the edge of combat-y here.
I'm not gonna punch her or anything.
Yeah, no, but still. There are intentions here, I feel.
There are intentions here to basically I have this idea in my head, but I can do something else as well. I know I can teleport it away to another place.
Yeah.
But in my mind, in Nell's mind, because there's always a chance you get stuck in between spaces or like lost or something like that. Like in her head, it's all an overlap of different spaces. And you should also be able to get inside the overlap and basically in between places, right?
Oh yeah.
Nell, you don't want to do that when I have the compass now, do you?
So, no, she's not listening. So she wants to
what I'll
touch.
say is, for this, we will have essentially the intention stated, the reaction to, and then the response to, and then we'll go like that. So, unless, of course, Sesha, you want to allow this to at any point, you can allow something to happen. If not, then most likely we'll figure it out, or we'll go for a roll-off to see who, So, Nell.
Is this like a timed portal?
This, I think her intention is to essentially translocate, which would be touching you and then whoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so requires contact.
Yeah,
Essentially,
no.
she's walking towards like a zombie, like ah.
She's walking towards you and be like, "You're on fucking timeout."
Yeah.
Can I use acceleration?
What are you accelerating?
Myself.
You can accelerate time around you. Accelerating yourself, I would say yes, but that's not really a spell you have. You'd have to prepare it.
Well, I have acceleration
Yeah.
as a spell.
In that case, I'll say yes, but I'll require a roll in this
Okay.
instance.
And that would be my, let's see here, time, and then
Gnosis.
Gnosis. Okay, so let's see here. There's 5.
Okay, that is 4 successes. Would your intention to be accelerate time around you so you can essentially dodge her, or are you just moving far away from her to kind of put distance?
No, I'd like to dodge her.
Okay.
Additional thing, just because it might be fun, you could also use acceleration to basically Nella's is gonna put you in timeout for like a time and then let you come back.
Well, that's what I was wondering is if I could accelerate the time of that. That's what I was asking.
Additionally,
That's why I was
would
asking if it was timed. Because I do kind of want to do it that way, so I wasn't like sure if that.
Sorry,
yeah. So I kind of want to. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. I want to accelerate. So I want to let her put me in timeout.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to accelerate the time and just pop back out.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay.
If you just popping into a place of literally nothing for like a second and then popping back out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
In that case, Nell, would you please narrate how that happens, and Sesha, you can finish it off with how it ends.
Yeah, sure. So Null is deadbeat charging at Sesha, like a finger forward, like furious of like, you just made another fucking pun and we're gonna put you in timeout. I like, you won't like space between space. And she like stops in front of Sesha and says like, see you in 15 minutes. And then like touches Sesha, where she just like in this like hazy air, she just pops away like Nell does every so often.
Yeah.
And Sesha basically I don't know if it would be white or black, because essentially it's a space where there's nothing. Like you're in between realities and stuff, in between spaces.
It would almost be like a sensory deprivation thing where it's just kind of like no sensation. Kind of just like floating there for, well, a second, I guess. If you're just like ping, time's up. So yes, Sasha, how does do you just kind of pop straight back out?
As quickly as you see her or me like blink out, Nell will turn around and be like, all right. And then right as she turns around, I pop back out.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at my nails and whatnot, and I smirk. And I go, wow, that was pretty short.
That wasn't 15 minutes.
I was not.
Yes, it
15
was.
minutes, no.
It most definitely was.
Time mages.
Hey, Ig.
Who are you?
Hi. My name's Alfie. This is Beta. So, do you know anything about a lantern? It's supposed to be related to the spirit world.
I am from there. I found my way here many moons ago.
Oh. Well, we've been looking for this lantern because we're trying to go help a friend of ours, which I still am not convinced is a good idea. But
Helping friends is always a good idea.
even if you might die in the process?
What endeavor that is worthwhile does not include sacrifice. Those are the old ways.
Damn, this guy's really wise.
What is it you are searching for?
Nell, do you know what the name of this thing is?
I mean, it doesn't have a name. I mean, okay, Ig. We are
Yes,
looking for.
friendly mage.
We're looking for a lantern that's supposed to guide us in the spirit realm.
You are searching for an artifact of power.
Yeah.
What is the name of this artifact?
I don't know. Rasputin didn't tell us a fucking name.
We don't know its name, but we know that it takes the form of a lantern.
If it has no name, then it is an old artifact indeed. You should find it in the cave, I would imagine. I have never been in there myself.
That's pretty funny because you're, you know, that I get it. I think he's making jokes.
How come he laugh at his but not mine?
I mean, it's a little more unexpected, I guess, but the cave. Is there anything we should know about it going in? You know? Dangers or things to watch out for?
I do not know what is inside. I would assume a cave. I am much more content to sit here and grow more vibrant every day.
and boy, do you look vibrant. I mean, just magnificent, really.
The health of this place invigorates me. I grow larger and stronger as time progresses.
See,
You
I
don't get
like
it.
this. Why can't it all be actually nice, decent talking trees? And why does it have to be killing scarecrows or murderous zombies?
I mean, it can't all be sunshine and roses and... I mean, I thought the zombies were kind of fun.
Also, as a point of interest, I am not a tree. I am the essence of a tree.
That is a very important distinguishing point, and we will absolutely be remembering that.
Nell
thank you,
looks
Egg.
at Alfie as if this is actually supposed to mean something.
But of course I mean, I just look at her and be like, well, he's not an actual tree. He's like a spirit.
I'm the vibrant life force that makes up a tree.
Oh my gosh, you're a spirit.
Creation.
I am indeed a spirit.
So, you know
I guess
about...
you could say he's the root
Put her
of
away.
this
Put her
place.
away. Put her away.
I can't. If I put her away, she comes back. And I don't, as I said, I'm not gonna drop her on Merlin's doorstep.
That would end up probably worse for you than for her. So.
Yeah.
So you then, do you know the spirit world?
I'm from the world of spirits. I was created there. I existed there. And I found my way here to the potent life force that emanates from this spot.
Do you happen to know of a spiritual being that... Oh God. You remember what it looked like? The thing that took Kira? Maybe if we describe it, it will be able to tell us a bit about him.
It has been a long time since I have been a resident of the realm of spirits. But I know many I have met, and I have conversed with a large quantity of the best spirits.
So the spirit took our friend, and we're not really sure what to do. It was like this skeletal, greenish white spirit, and it was very large. And it had 3 others that were with it, and it I mean, she was a very powerful mage, spirit mage, and they took her. Is there any kind of spirit that would deliberately do that?
What was it a spirit of? What form did it take?
It was humanoid, but alien. Like
There
nothing
is
I've ever seen.
No possibility of a spirit like that existing.
I mean,
Wait, what?
she looks at Sesha pointedly.
The echoes of this realm exist in the spirit realm. Humans do not echo. Their emotions may echo. Their thoughts may echo. They themselves do not echo, and therefore a humanoid spirit is impossible, even though it has been a long time since I have been there.
Huh. Okay.
You are talking of an entity without possibility.
Then maybe it wasn't a spirit? But then where did it take him? Where did it take her? Thank you for enlightening us. I really appreciate it, Ig.
It is my pleasure. I have very little to do but enrich myself.
You're a very nice spirit.
Thank you very much, friendly mage.
Okay, that kind of seems to cheer Nell up a bit. So yeah, she turns to the other two and says, so into the cave?
Yeah, I think it's about. I think we should go. Thank you, Ig. Hopefully we'll be back.
If you wish, you may take a branch with you. I do not know if it will help, but I can regrow it quick enough.
That's very kind.
I will gladly accept.
Thank you.
As Nell takes one, she looks at the other two and says, quick 101 lesson here. If you have something from a certain place, it's easier to find that place again. Just if you know this cave ends up being a place we can't get out of. She chuckles in real dread as she puts away the branch.
Do be mindful of my leaves. They are awfully pretty.
Really
Oh,
are. He doesn't have leaves, I thought.
He doesn't
Did he?
have leaves, no.
Oh.
he's such a good egg. Ooh. Thank you so much for extending the branch to us. Quite polite of you, really. And I will go ahead and I'll take the branch.
It
You
is
better
my
fucking
pleasure.
make sure. You better fucking make sure you have 2 legs to run away.
I'm just gonna take a little twig and kind of like put it like in my hair. Just like stick it in the like I'd have my hair up and kind of like stick it in there.
Alfie, roll me a wits death, please.
Ooh, okay. Wits and death. Where's death? So
Also, Sesha, roll me a wits fate, please.
Oh no, you can just walk onto a shovel again.
That's so
Don't tempt me.
that would be a 4.
4,
I got 2 successes.
2. Okay. Oh, and 1 for Sesha. Okay. The you snap off a little twig, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And then Sesha, you take a branch.
Yep.
You don't have much experience with spirits. This tree is not healthy.
Wait, which one of us?
For you, Alfie.
Oh.
Everything about this twig reeks of stagnation and of degradation.
Rot?
Not really rot.
Okay.
More like the slow dissipation of life. For you, Sesha, you see entropy. The slow, inexorable fate that leads to death.
Once I take the twig, I'll just, like, once I feel that, I'll stand for a moment and be like, wait, Big, are you okay?
I am wonderfully okay. I sit myself on a spring of life, the very essence of vitality, and I feel myself blossoming.
I see what Alfie's trying to do, and I gently put my hand on her shoulder, and I kind of give her a serious look. Time is a constant, and we can't change some fates. I pat her on the shoulder, and I turn around.
I will additionally say that none of you have spirit or life, so it's very hard to tell how, but from what you can tell, this place appears to be very vibrant, very full of life. There is a certain, for all of you really, there's a certain, like, primal spirituality here. It's quite quiet, it's quite, vibrant.
I guess.
Let's go, ladies! Into the cave.
If you want a little extra, Alfie, the only thing you can really do is hurry up the process.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let him be, because he's happy. So if he's happy and dying, then let him be as happy as he can.
I didn't say he was
for as
dying.
long as he can. Or if there's death or whatever, like,
Yeah.
you know, so. But yeah,
Go
so.
carefully on your path.
Thank you.
You guys heading into the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you step into the cave, you, and Nell, I'll give you this. You pass through a doorway, like a gate, and find yourselves stepping into a, essentially like a spotlight coming from the ceiling of this cave. As you look around, you can see multiple beams of light that highlight sections of the cave. As you step in, the cave itself reveals, like, light kind of spills through it as you step into the spotlight, and there is nothing but shining gold and gems and crowns and armor and silver and just almost like a dragon's hoard worth of treasure just littered all around this cave outside of the spotlight.
Whoa.
Do I still have a decent sense of space in here?
You do.
Alright, so you guys think that this is some sort of movie scenario where it's like, oh, you're not supposed to take anything.
I don't see anything I want.
That's a lot of really valuable stuff. I'm like Alfie, I'm looking around at this stuff like, holy shit, these are valuables I've never seen in my life. We would not have to worry about anything.
You can definitely see that Nell is also eyeing around and saying like, think you only indeed figure out how much it's worth when you're used to living on the streets.
A little bit. We do have a home now, though, which is, you know, helpful. Right? Oh, but
Where's this? Let's first find this lantern. And I start walking around and seeing if I find
Step out.
anything lantern shaped or by any chance in the middle of the spotlight as the only item there. Magically.
As are you stepping out of the spotlight?
Yeah, if that's needed to start looking around and walking around, yeah.
You step out of the spotlight and everything goes black. And you step into another spotlight, the next one on. And for you, the cave is revealed again, except for this time it is grass and moss and trees and bushes and berries and a little stream that just trickles along. Very quiet, very peaceful. As you look around, you can see that there's more spotlights. The other two are in the spotlight back from where you came. They're surrounded by grass and moss and whatnot.
Right, so the entire environment changed for me, except for the like spatial awareness is still the same, but just the entire environment changed.
Yeah, when you stepped out the spotlight, you felt yourself pulled through another gate and then out the other side.
Alright. Huh. If I yell, I'll try to yell towards the two of them.
Yeah.
And just say, "Hey guys, try moving this way out of the spotlight."
Okay, and I'll take a step out of the spotlight.
Yeah, you again find yourself stepping out the spotlight into complete pitch blackness. All of the treasure vanishes, and you step into the new spotlight. Lush field, grass, stream, trees, bush.
Whoa.
Very peaceful.
Oh, this is so nice. I just like bend down to touch the grass.
Feels warm.
Man. Wouldn't it be nice to just like stay in a place like this for like ever? Oh man.
I think that's the intention. Such as her arms crossed, she's not touching anything.
Okay.
You think the rooms are showing you what you would want?
I mean, I think it wouldn't be out of the question that they show what you desire, what you long for, what you enjoy,
We're
and
talking.
serve it up to you on a silver platter. Make it so you don't want to leave. Like a siren's call.
We're walking through portals. That much I can say.
I mean, This is, I mean... I don't know what to make of it all, though. I mean, what, are we just supposed to
Right,
keep
let's
walking?
just... We'll find the lantern. Let's just... And Nell grabs down to take Alfie's hand from where she's crouching down. I will just, like, keep the hand, but, like, start walking out of the spotlight to go away from this one to the next one.
Alfie, go with.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with her.
All right. Sasha, you staying there? You going with?
I'm following. I'll trail behind.
Okay. As you step through and step into the next spotlight, there's one more after this. Nell, you are presented with a very comfortable, nice house, a room. There's a TV, sofa, very kind of rich carpet, lots of nice little knickknacks on everywhere. On the couch, asleep, is your mom, your dad, and a much smaller you, sans the scar, curled up, smiling, happy. Alfie, you're in a gymnasium. You see kids running up and down, playing basketball. Actually, you recognize the one with the basketball, it's you. And the crowds are cheering for you as you kind of dribble past one person, stop for a second, and it just goes nothing but net, no rim. And the bleachers stand up and cheer.
Huh. Whoa.
And I'm not going to tell anyone what Sasha sees. If you want, I can message you.
Yeah, go ahead and message me.
Oh, now I'm just curious.
So that's what you see around you. Anyone stepping out of this spotlight as quickly as possible? I mean, it's pretty obvious what this one is, right?
Yeah.
It's what you desire most. It's what's deep in your heart.
Childhood dreams. I'm gonna walk out of it. It's almost like too much.
Just for consistency's sake, we walked in here and I was holding Alfie's hand.
Yeah.
Was that sensation still there, and do I now feel the hand going away?
Yeah, you're still in the spotlight together. You just see different things. If Alfie moves away and you don't want to go with, essentially there'll be a tug from both of you and a decision to let go or to...
Oh yeah, the hands can just slip out.
No, I'm still holding. Are you kidding?
So in that case, she's still holding your hand, and you'll feel like a tug, which you can resist or not.
Yeah, no, Nell just, like, her hand is basically limp in Alfie's.
Yeah.
So, the only thing still holding on is Alfie's hand. And I think I'm going to start taking like, not going out of the spotlight, but start taking a few steps inside of it to just like walk closer to what I'm seeing.
Kind of hand out, like.
Not hand out. Not necessarily like that. Like walking to the edge of the spotlight where she's closest to it, and kind of lowering down there and kind of sitting at just that edge.
Right on the edge, yeah.
Yeah.
No, come on. We should really. It's too much. This is. No.
Just one minute.
I go, because I just like sit there quiet for a little bit. I don't say anything, and I walk up to Nell and I grab her by the back of her collar and I start dragging her out.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
If Sesha does that, Nell's immediate reaction is to violence kicking in, reaction kicking in. She will turn over and grapple Sesha and push her to the ground.
Okay. Sesha, reaction to that?
I take it.
Okay. You will essentially find yourself...
I just let her.
I would say you essentially find yourself like on your back with Sesha, with Nell over you and kind of like thunderous, like.
What?
No, you've kind
of.
What
are you doing?
Spun around.
Don't.
I have a plain blank look at her.
What are you doing?
Are you done?
I push off of Sesha.
Yeah.
And I turn my back on her.
I
get up and I dust myself off.
You could have also consistency wise, you could have seen tears on Nell's face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like a couple beads type thing, not like, you know, full on.
Like absolutely like she would have been silent crying, like not sobbing or anything, but just like the tears would have kept coming, but she would have been silent basically.
I look at Alfie. Are you done looking at yours too?
This is too much for me.
All right, well then let's go. We've wasted enough time here, I think.
You call this wasting time?
I do.
I wouldn't say wasting, but I mean, it would have been nice. And I just kind of look around at the gymnasium.
That's the whole point. It's nice, isn't it? It's comforting. It's something you desire, right? They keep you here, sitting here at this limbo, at this thing that you really want, that you really desire. Really clever, actually. But it's not real. Sorry. Not sorry.
Can you fucking learn to shut your mouth for 1 second? And Nell's gonna advance on you. And I hope you're okay with this as a player, but she's gonna try to just punch you.
Do it. She takes it.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. She just you don't even, you just see a plain like blank face, and she's not moving. Like you can tell she knows, and she's just gonna take it.
Yeah.
Nothing. She doesn't flinch.
Then Nell advances on you and just with her fist will punch you once in the face while she's saying.
Connects with your jaw, with your cheek, splits your lip a little bit. I'd say you like get knocked down onto your butt, and there's like a thin trickle of blood from your lower lip.
Guys, whoa.
And as she punches her, she will say, "You don't fucking know how it feels."
And I don't care to know how it feels. She stands back up and dusts herself off yet again.
Yep.
And then she goes ahead and she like wipes the blood off of her lip.
What is with you two? We don't have to. We came in here with a purpose. We still have to find the lantern.
Someone just needs to let it out. That's all. Are you done?
You need
And she
to
looks
stop
completely
harassing everybody
serious.
too.
She looks completely serious to Nell. Do you want to do it one more time? You want to punch me?
I just push her, like I get between them and I try to push both of them away, and I'm like, once I kind of like put one hand on Sesha, like probably like her upper chest, just trying to keep her away, and I just like I put one hand on Nell's shoulder and I just be like, we know it's not real, and I know it seems really nice and it could have been, but it wasn't, and we just
Alfie.
Well, she can try to be fucking respectful.
I know, and I look towards, Sesha.
She's got a little blood still on her lips. She's just plain face.
Just be gentle about this stuff. It's not easy.
But it's not real.
But it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Just because something's not real doesn't make it not hurtful.
Only you choose how you want to react to things, especially if they're not real.
Not everyone is so fortunate.
You're right.
Not everyone's so lucky.
That's the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
Are we done here? And then she kind of looks over Alfie. Or does somebody need, to let out a little bit more frustration and anger? I'm all for standing here and allowing somebody to use me as a punching bag. But we do have places to be.
Sesha?
Mm-hmm.
As you're looking at Alfie, you catch a gleam of something in what you're seeing. Two almost like gems, glittering emerald eyes.
In what I'm seeing, not Alfie, right? But like what I'm seeing.
In what you're seeing behind it, out in the cave.
Nell turns away from the other two to look at the scenery again. And gets quiet for a moment or two still. As she kind of allows herself to basically take it in. And then with resignation and lasting anger from Sesha and all of what she said, I think Nell's just gonna step out of the spotlight, saying, muttering, of course it wasn't real.
Sesha, Alfie,
I would be like trying to hold Nell's hand,
Oh, so
just as we walk through.
You would go.
You couldn't catch her hand right now because she would just like
Kind of, yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'll still like reach out, I guess, just like
try and grab it as she goes, but miss.
Yeah.
The scene, popular girl at school, sports star, basketball ace. Any more thoughts, or is it just move on?
It just hurts. Like, I sit there and I'd probably look around at the people that actually were popular, and I just kind of look at them, and it probably just sting, because there's the conflicting memory and what I'm seeing, and it's just like, that's why it's like too much.
You've just like shot a basket, and the entire team like rushes around you, and like, you know, and like does a group hug, and there's lots of cheering and smiling, and
yeah, I'd probably put my head down and I'd start tearing up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then out the spotlight.
I just keep walking.
Sesha, out the spotlight. Alfie?
Yep.
Out the spotlight. You step through into the next spotlight. As you step through, just a dark cave, but hanging above you from a little metallic hook on a, I want to say stalactite, but I can't remember whether which are the ones that come from the ceiling, stalagmite or stalactite. Anyway, it's the one that comes from the ceiling.
Okay.
Stalactite.
I don't remember. I was like, is
Stalactite.
it? Yeah. Okay.
There is hanging a lantern just kind of above all of your heads. And we will stop there for today.
Jeez.
And I'm going to go with this, I think, for the little outro, ending, etc. So, everyone doing okay?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is great.
You
Bad girl vibes.
motherfucker.
I'm totally okay with playing the bad guy. Punching bag.
girl
I'm
vibes, bro.
happy you were okay with that, because I just like
Oh, totally
in that
okay with that.
moment it
Yeah.
felt
No. Yeah, of course I'm okay with it.
And Sesha and Kat, did you enjoy what you saw?
Oh yeah.
So, we'll go around and have some thoughts and where you can find everyone, all that kind of usual jazz, and then have a little bit of an outro, and then we'll head off for the day. So, let's us start with the person I probably heard the most today, Nell, and also Syrinx. Apologies for that.
You didn't need to apologize for that. It was really fitting. It was really beautiful, and I had tears in my eyes, like twice or something.
I felt so bad for like moving you like for like OOC. I felt really bad. I was like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah. It hurt. Because I was in poor Nell's mind, and I thought, fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great though. The whole episode was great with the cinematic fight scene where we got to do all of the cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely got creeped out in the farm with like just knowing all of this was wrong.
That was
but then
so cool.
you
really
going
like that.
with scarecrows and like kidnapping us.
Yeah.
No, and then yeah, obviously this last one was also great, and
I love that the whole thing of you can talk to trees, and you're like, I can't talk to trees, and then you go up there and you're like, oh, I can talk to trees.
I can talk to trees.
I was like when you were doing that, I can't talk to trees. I was like, wow, this is gonna be interesting when Ig starts talking.
yeah, honestly, kudos to Kat and Vandy as well, because I feel like today I had so many fun interactions, and especially now at the end, it's gonna be very interesting because I feel like on some level we started bonding more
Yeah.
as well, and now having this happen will be very interesting. So yeah, no, I'm baffled. I am excited for next week. And hey, I'm serious. I have been playing Nell or Eleanor, the Space and Forces mage. And you can find me as Syrinx on Twitter and Instagram as such.
Hell yeah.
And I will hot potato it over to the one I punched. Kat or Sasha.
Hi, I'm Kat, and I play Sasha, and your lovely, evil, villainous, cool girl who likes to stir trouble and dance with the dead.
One of the main cast members, probably, of Mean Girls.
Yes, probably. Yes, exactly. One of the main cast members of Mean Girls. That's me. Man, this is really interesting. I kind of wish that I could tell you what I saw, but I'm not. This is that's all I can say.
No.
I just finished coming back from Kansas. I did a paranormal investigation at the Sally House last week, which was very, very fun.
So you were like abandoned farm? No, ain't doing nothing to me, honey.
We were in a haunted house by ourselves overnight, like the whole nine yards. Did like all of the paranormals, like, you know, tools and everything. Used all those. Very, very fun. Very nice. I got to do with the Haley baby, who's one of my friends, and haunted. So I think I ran on like 6 to 7 hours of sleep within like the 3 days that I was there. So I was exhausted afterwards. But yeah, I stream creative and variety. We're getting back into creative. Got a lot of games lined up for variety. I'm going to be doing the Quarry tomorrow with Domestic Dan, Danica, and Rob, or lack of content. And I'm going to purposely vote against everyone and everything because I'm chaos. So yeah, you can find me on Twitch at I'm Cat and on Twitter at I'm Cat. And I will toss it on over to my lovely little Alfie, Vandy.
Oh my god, what an episode. I feel like, you know, there's certain parts of it that I'm just like, was it too easy? We just like got up and got the things, but then like we also had shit coming at us and like traps everywhere, and then that last bit was fucking difficult. That one was like,
I'm sorry.
That one hurt. Emotional damage, which is, you know, Sheepy's specialty. So
it's a landmine. What can I, you know?
Another, God, landmines, man. Yeah, it's a problem when your feet are magnetic, you know?
It's been a while though, hasn't it?
It really has,
yeah.
At least for me. So I'm glad, you know, Syrinx, you know, I guess welcome to the emotional damage club.
Look, I gave Sheepy all of the ammunition. He just needed to shoot.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it works, but yeah, I'm Vandy. I don't stream so much, but if you want to find me at OMG Vandy, pretty much everywhere. I do work in the industry, and I bounce around and do a lot of RP things. So you can find me on various RP shows, and if you're interested in seeing them, just follow me on Twitter.
And I'm Sheepy, Sheepdog. I run the Wandering Inn. As I said in the intro, there's the Patreon if you want to support the show and future shows as well. The more people we have on the Patreon, the more support we have there, the more shows I can run, basically. I have plans for a lot, so, you know, don't be shy, or, you know, whatever. I want to say, aside from go check out the Discord, go check out the Twitter, if you want to be kept abreast of new shows and when shows are happening and all that type of thing. Big kudos to all 3 of the cast members for the cinematic fight scene with the zombies and everything. I thought that was a lot of fun. And those of you who've seen shows I've done before know that sometimes I like to do that kind of stuff where it's like, screw it, no rolling, we're just gonna have a fun little kind of fight scene. I hope you guys enjoyed the music.
Yes. Yes.
I loved it. It was perfect. It was so good.
I spent about 2 hours today trying to find that damn piece of music. I listened to a lot of flamenco music. And it was so hard to find the right piece, but I'm just gonna put it on now for while I do my little outro bit. Oh no, that's the wrong one, sorry. That's the very chill, such a good piece of music.
It was very good.
And speaks very nicely to like a kind of light-hearted kicking ass scene.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed. But yes, you know, this is actually better than the like soft music. This is a bit more energetic and happy. Yeah, I really enjoyed the cinematic fight scene. The creepy farm ended a lot earlier than I thought it was going to. Well done, Cat, for basically snipping that in the bud, because I was 100% expecting you both to be attacked by scarecrows and step into traps and have a whole load of problems there. But Cat was like, no, severing the strings, boom. And
Smart.
yeah, it was really good. And then obviously the Ig was a lot of fun for me. I always enjoy playing weird characters, and Ig is certainly weird.
Old tree boy.
Old tree boy. And yeah, obviously you guys can marinate on the fact that he's sitting on a spring of life and apparently dying. Who knows what that means. And yeah, the cave was the bit I was a little bit worried about, because I was like, I don't want to hurt my characters, you know. I don't want to show these things to them. But I was like,
I like emotionally traumatizing my characters. It builds character.
Yes.
I think it was very good, but
It's very good.
also felt very bad. So,
No, don't feel bad.
yeah. Aside from that, Mage will be back next week. We might even have a special guest. Who knows? I'm looking forward to it. Is all I will say. And yes, we do have a special guest. From there, I think the only thing really left to say is thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the show. I apologize to the cast again for what I
No! Don't apologize!
did. And
Listen, we are in for all of it, so
We signed up for this.
well,
yeah, we did.
I won't say whether it's going to get better or worse, but you can probably guess. And Vandy knows, so...
Yeah, I am well aware.
So, thanks for watching, everyone. We will head off, and you will have an outro, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.